Hey everyone, it's me, EOD here, and today I have a special video. I'll be teaching you how you can actually make money or even earn enough to even get all of the games that you want to buy on Steam for free. This is going to be done legally. It does take a bit of time, a bit of trading and knowledge of how the Steam marketplace works and your inventory as well. But I'll be sharing with you the tips and secrets which really I took like the past decade or more to actually learn and fine-tune my strategy, such that a lot of games that I have here on Steam are really all for free. I'm going to share with you from the start, like the lowest investment, like you need $0 down, all the way up, of course, until you need a lot more money, and how you can actually make money along the way as well. First things first, it actually starts from the inventory that you have. Some of you who have been playing games that maybe you bought in the past already, and this is like totally like $0 down. If you have, for example, like you get cards along the way, what you can do is you can actually sell those cards on the marketplace or turn them into badges. Badges are never like super ideal. You want to actually just take the trading cards, put it on the marketplace. Some of them go for like 3 cents, 4 cents that you might have. Once you have that small amount of money and you have like maybe at least like 30 cents, 40 cents, depending on your currency, the first tactic that you have is actually the gems tactic. This is like super low cost. To get 1000 gems, you just need about 34 Singapore cents, which is around US dollar, I think it's like 25 cents. So it's a very low bar to entry. If you have like some trading cards around, just go and sell them on marketplace. Check out your inventory. You can see your inventory like here. Sell as much as you can to raise your initial capital, and then I'll teach you how to like roll your money thereafter. So once you get that, what you want to do is actually you want to like unbundle these gems into these like open gems here. You can get gems organically without having to, for example, buy them off the marketplace. Like you can see this Hoto icon from Tales of Arise that I have here is worth 80 gems, but it's also worth about 9 cents, which is roughly like almost 30% of the cost of 1000 gems already. So it's not really worth it in terms of like the gem to profit ratio. So I highly recommend you selling these, especially if you look at the ratio, whether it's worth it or not. Some of them give 100 and maybe they're low, like worth 3 cents. Then in that sense, maybe it's worth it to like chunk it down. What I did is I just bought this off the marketplace. You can actually go to buy this in the marketplace here. This is a very frequently traded item here. For some reason it's like lagging or something, but you can see there's like 10,000 sold in the last 24 hours. So a few people, I guess, know this trick as well, how to manipulate or make money from the Steam marketplace, and this is the first idea. So once you have this, of course, once you first buy it from the marketplace, it'll be on cooldown for 1 week. Gems alone are useless, but what you want to do then is to create a booster pack. So after we come into the screen here, you can see the amount of gems that are not packed into a bundle. You can actually just scroll down, for example, and click make a pack. This button is grayed out for me because you can only make it 1 time a day. That's how this method is actually able to make money, because if not, everyone will just do it to infinity times and they will just make tons of money. So it's limited to 1 account, 1 pack a day that you can do this trick. So I just do it like every day that I have time, I log in, I just create a pack and just sell it off to make a bit of a profit. So over time, like in maybe like 10 days, 30 days, if you just do it every day, like a login daily kind of thing, you actually can build up quite a bit of money. Like all this money here actually came, I have like $14 Sing, already came from just doing this on a daily basis, just to get back a lot of the money that you have. So why am I using Trails into Reverie as an example? This is I usually do this especially for new games which are decently popular. So if you have a new game that is released that is like maybe a AAA title or something, do make sure that if you buy it, and you can just do this trick to recoup a lot of your investment value that you put into it, make sure that the game also has, for example, is going to give you like Steam cards also. If not, you can't make packs for it. Most of them, from what I experienced, do. A lot of them do actually give you the cards to make. So let's go back into the inventory menu real quick. And just a quick side note, if you guys like maybe just don't feel like doing this gem set, you can always pack the gems back into a sack, and you can always sell it back on the marketplace. You do incur like a bit of fees, but it doesn't really matter that much because you can make more rather than that 3 cents, that 6 cents that you might be losing as well. So as you can see, I have quite a bit of sack of gems here. I have like 27. I just unpacked 1, and for the sake of this video, I actually have 2 boosters available here. So if you saw, right, 750 gems for this Trails into Reverie booster it cost me like maybe 34 cents for 1000, so 750 will cost me roughly around like 28 cents, thereabouts estimate. But as you can see here straight away, if I want to sell the booster pack, it goes for like $1.15 straight away. But of course, looking at the sale price might not be accurate. You want to see the historic. So some of people bought it for like $1.33, but you can see here some people are buying it for like 44 cents, 36 cents. So straight away you make like a markup. If you can see here, let's just take the lowest point, 0.36. you already make 32 out of the pack that costs 35. So that is you already get 250 gems basically for free just by doing this on a daily basis. That is one way, and that's of course taking the lowest out of all the previous days to moderate our expectations. What else you can also do is, I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to just click unpack these pack here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just opening all these 3 packs. So our break even now is around 32 cents, but I can show you real quick. If for example I just put this on the marketplace, this is 19 cents. If I go here into this one, this is 20 cents, and if I go here, this is 16 cents as well. So if I put all of these on the marketplace, I immediately almost make like 50% of whatever I paid for this sack of gems. So some of you might be wondering, but is it actually relatable? Can you actually sell it real quick? I can show you real quick on my screen also. In my marketplace history. So this is an example of some stuff that I've been trading more or less on a daily basis on my market history. You can see here that I created a lot of listings. I sell them quite quickly as well. So I listed on 1st August, it's sold on 2nd, usually the day after people will buy and sell. So you can see there are quite a lot of people that just buy these cards to complete their badges, to complete the set, especially early on when there's limited supply, when the game is like relatively new. Some people just want to like complete off their badges to show that they completed the game, have all the cards in the set. So you can see here a lot of people are buying this for whatever reason that they are, and this is what I found across my knowledge. As you can see, I've been trading for a really long time, so I have a lot of strategies to share. So this is one way, and I think this is like the most effective way if maybe you don't have too much money at first to do any investments in like other goods also. So I'm going to go ahead and unpack this one just for the video as well. I prepared 2, so I'll just unpack both of them. The benefit about this is really lucky. So perfect that is actually in this video as well. So there is a small chance for you to get actually a silver card here, a rare booster pack. I'm very happy that it came out in this video because it shows you that if you can see here, this card is worth a lot of money. Of course, this $59 for 35 cents makes no sense, but you can see here people buy it for like $1, people buy it for $16, people buy it for $6 here, $3.35. So immediately if you get lucky and you pull one of these, you immediately will make back the pack. Like you can buy like 10 packs. So for the price of less than one booster pack one day, you can immediately get back like 10 sack of gems, which is $3 plus. And if you just keep doing this on a daily basis as like your daily logins, you make back a lot of money, and you can buy a lot of games for free on Steam as well. So if you're finding value in this video so far, I still have tons to share, but do give me a like, subscribe for more of such future content as well. We do mainly like how to make money on this channel. I teach about stock market, I teach about stuff like this, how to get money for free, and other cost saving tips will be covered on this channel as well. So give me a like, subscribe if you want to know more of such useful content about money related stuff. That's why we are named EODMoney. But let's get back into the video. So I'm going to list all of this later on and sell them on my own time, but they are very easy to sell, and you can start right now looking at the cards that you can sell. So immediately start like selling that inventory that you don't really care. Some of you might be asking, what is this exactly used for? You can go into this badges here. You can see the cards that are not collected. Once you finish this, you actually will create this thing called like a badge and stuff like that. Together with the badge, you get a bit of like cosmetic in-game like Steam emojis, like for example this hotel one that you saw. Some of you can get like rarer ones, maybe like a rare emoji icon. I never like to complete the badge early on and get those emojis because you still have an RNG element if you don't get the right one to sell, and you don't really get much of a premium. Rather, this is like more or less risk-free because you are based on the lowest bar. You don't really have that much RNG. You have huge upside because if you get one silver foil card here, you actually get a lot more money. So that is like one thing that is very important. You might not want to complete badges too early. But if you really love the game, complete it later on when all the prices have fallen, once people start flooding the market over time as well. Because one thing to note why I buy this sack of gems in advance is there's a cooldown. For example, I'm going to go show you real quick. I'm going to just buy one sack of gem from the market. So I just immediately went to buy like 10 sack of gems, total of like 3.4. Just to show you, because I do this method and it's working, so I don't mind increasing my inventory as well. So as you can see here, I just bought this 10 sack of gems, and it's only tradable after like 6 to 7 days. So a lot of people who start playing the game and they do this method, they realize all their cards are locked, because even if you unpack it, you will have a trade cooldown. But if you buy this sack of gems in advance, you can immediately unpack the booster pack and you can sell it on the Steam marketplace when no one has that resource. So stack up on some of your inventory of these stack of gems. You might find it quite useful later on. So that is like the first method of how you can make money, and this can be done, as you can see, with very little money. Some of you might have already cards, cosmetics around. Go to your Steam here and you can click and go down. The second method is a bit more speculative, of course. Would definitely be in the more games, for example, like Dota. You have your Counter-Strike Global as well. These kind of games already have a very established trading of cosmetic items. Sometimes over the years, I noticed some of them didn't do as well. Some games are harder to sell, but thankfully I've made quite a bit of money so far. As you can see here, I've been trading for a really long time. Let me just show you my market history and how much I spend. So one thing I've done, of course, is you can see here I spent quite a bit of money, 1.5k USD on Dota 2, but of course a lot of money has been gotten back after doing a lot of trading. And let me just go into my market history real quick. Okay, and here is an example of the second method that I'm going to teach you, which is investing in cosmetic items. Now this one, I put it to the second part of the video rather than the first part because it's firstly much more speculative. Some items value can go up or down depending on how the community sees the value of a particular item. There are some things that are attributed to whether the thing will go down or not. I'll tell you a bit about it. But the second method or second reason why I put it later in the video is, of course, you need a lot more money in order to get started in this speculative field of Steam cosmetic investments, so to speak. The reason is because, as you can see here in the price, some of them can range from a couple of cents, some of them go all the way up to maybe hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars for certain knives in, for example, Counter-Strike Global, for example. That is why I put it slightly later on. But let's first talk about what affects a price of a cosmetic from what I've learned in my experience so far. There are mainly, I think that three things will affect the value of the item. Firstly is how popular is a particular item. For example, we see this like cosmetic here for one of the characters in the game. If the character is in meta, generally more people will have more desire to play the character in rank in a lot of games, which means that of course the value of cosmetics for that particular character tends to increase. And supply and demand thing. So second thing is if they keep like reproducing many skins for that particular character, chances are the value of cosmetics will decrease overall, especially if they are competitive, they look very similar or very nice. That is like the first basket of like supply and demand that I want to talk about value of items. Secondly is influence from pro players. If pro players are playing with a particular skin because it's very nice, or they use the character very often, for example maybe a certain type of skin, then of course the value of that item will increase over time because or suddenly spike up because a lot of more attention from the pro scene. This is of course done usually like major tournaments. You might see it for Dota 2's case is like the Immortal, the international. Every year there's one of these tournaments. You usually see a bit of changes in the market depending on what is the meta of that current period. So if any of you are like speculators or you're very involved in the game, you can kind of like decipher. Say for Counter-Strike, if you are playing Counter-Strike, there are certain trends of certain items that you know will do well. For example, certain knives might hold value very well or have a certain uptrend because of the scarcity and rarity based on the dynamics of the particular game. Every game is different, so Dota 2's economy will be very different from Counter-Strike economy and stuff like that, and that is just a very big caveat to know. A lot more research needs to be done. The third thing that I want to talk about in this category is you need to understand definitely what is the difference between the cosmetic items. For example, in Dota it's very simple. Some of them are rare, some of them are like mythical, immortal and stuff like that. But more important than that is a rare item can also sell for a lot if it's very unique or has certain cosmetic effects that a lot of people are looking for. So there are a couple, I don't think I have it on this screen, for example, that do really well. For example, this one here looks like a very generic skin for a particular character even though it's labeled as rare, so it might not do as well. For example, another one here with a slightly nicer design, maybe like this one here, which is rare in the long run. So those are like some things to consider. Within the rarity categories, there are also certain differences, but generally by and large, like the rarer item, the chances of dropping the item, if it's lower, of course the value will be much higher. But that is like a simple like economic dynamics of a particular game. And if you guys like found value in this video so far, I hope those two categories really helped you out so far in terms of the level of trading cards, stack of gems that I've taught you, you, as well as speculating in this strategy and understanding the economy behind it. These two are very, very key tips that I have. Of course, the second part is definitely a lot more speculative, not recommended for new players, but the first part, I think anyone can use it. Hop onto it right now. I don't care if you guys are fighting in my market as well, so I definitely will not be as profitable as anymore. But if you guys appreciate such honest content, I do a lot of these kind of guides on the channel for us to make a little bit more money. Like and subscribe for more of such future content, and do consider leaving a nice comment if maybe you utilize the tips that we have to also make money on yourself and get a couple of games for free. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.